Most people don't realize that they are in financial crisis until the crisis is already happening. It's like driving with a slow leak in your tire. The car will still move, everything will feel absolutely normal, and then suddenly you're stuck on the side of the road wondering, how did we get here? Money works exactly the same way. The warning signals are usually quiet, subtle, and easy to ignore. So today, let's talk about 10 signs you might be heading for a financial crisis without even knowing it. No shame, no judgment, just clarity and real talk. Number 1 sign: you are spending more than you earn. This is one of the easiest traps to fall into because it doesn't always feel dramatic at first. You might not be buying luxury items or even living extravagantly. Sometimes it's just the small, everyday expense that quietly add up. Over time, your lifestyle adjusts to a level your income cannot sustain. You start normalizing the idea of, I'll sort it out later. The danger is that this pattern becomes a habit, not an exception. And once it becomes a habit, it becomes harder to reverse. For example, you earn from your 9 to 5, but by mid-month, you're already dipping into next month's salary. Number 2, you have no emergency fund. Life is unpredictable, and financial stability depends on how prepared you are for the unexpected. Without an emergency fund, even a small setback can feel like a major life disaster. It forces you into, reactive decisions instead of strategic ones. You end up borrowing, delaying bills, sacrificing essentials for yourself and your family. And over time, this creates a circle of stress and instability. An emergency fund isn't just money. Here it is. It is peace of mind. For example, a sudden car repair or medical bill throws your entire month into chaos. Another sign is you rely on borrowing to survive. Borrowing itself isn't the enemy, okay? It's the dependency that becomes dangerous. When loans or credit become part of your monthly survival plan, you are essentially living on borrowed time. It creates a false sense of stability because you feel like you are managing, but you are actually sinking deeper. The more you borrow, the harder it becomes to catch up. Eventually, the repayments start eating into your income, leaving you with even less to work with. For example, you take a loan to pay for groceries and then take another loan to repay for the first loan you took. Number 4, you don't know where your money goes. Financial crisis starts with financial blindness. When you're not able to track your spending, you lose control without even realizing it. Small purchases feel harmless, but they accumulate quickly. You start feeling like your money just disappears, but it's actually going exactly where you send it. You're just not aware. This lack of awareness makes it impossible to plan, to save, or grow. It also increases stress because you are constantly guessing instead of knowing. For example, you get paid on Friday and by Monday you're confused about, why is my account balance so low? Number 5, you're always behind on your bills. Being behind on bills isn't just a financial issue. It's a sign that your system is breaking down. It means your income and expense are out of alignment. It also means you're constantly playing catch up, which drains your energy and confidence. Over time, late fees and penalties make the situation worse. You start avoiding emails or messages because you already know what they are about. This avoidance creates more financial pressure, right? For example, you are constantly receiving reminders or final notices. Number 6, you're living on future money. This happens when you're mentally spending money you haven't even earned yet. It feels harmless because you're expecting the money to come, but then it creates a dangerous pattern. You start making decisions based on hope, not reality. If anything delays that expected income, you are instantly in trouble. It also prevents you from building stability because you're always one step ahead of yourself. Over time, it becomes a cycle that is hard to break. For example, you are counting on your next salary or side gig to fix a problem you have today. Number 7, you avoid checking your account. You see, avoidance is a psychological sign that something is wrong. When you're afraid to check your balance, it means you already know the truth that would make you happy. This avoidance creates a disconnect between you and your financial reality. It stops you from making informed decisions. It also creates anxiety because you're constantly guessing. Over time, this emotional distance leads to bigger financial mistakes. For example, if you mute bank notifications because you don't want to know what is going in there and you don't want to face what they say. Number 8, you have no financial goals. Without goals, money has no direction. You end up spending on whatever feels urgent or convenient. This creates a circle where you work hard, but you don't see progress. Goals give your money purpose and structure. They also motivate you to make better decisions. Without them, you drift financially, and drifting often leads to crisis. Okay? For example, you're working, but you're not saving for anything specific. Just no goal, no direction. Number 9, you're spending emotionally. Emotional spending is one of the most common but least recognized signals of financial trouble. When you use shopping to cope with stress, sadness, or boredom, you are creating a temporary escape that leads to long-term problems. It feels good in the moment, but the regret comes later. And over time, emotional spending becomes a habit, not a reaction. And habits are expensive, okay? For example, you're just having a tough day and you choose to just buy something expensive randomly just so you feel better. Number 10, and the last one, you're not growing your skills or income. Hey, the world is changing fast and staying financially stable requires growth. If your income stays the same while life gets more expensive, you'll eventually feel the pressure. Not investing in your skills limits your opportunities. It also keeps you stuck in the same financial position year after year. Growth isn't just about earning more, it's about staying relevant, adaptable, and prepared, okay? If you've recognized yourself in any of these signs, don't panic. Awareness is the first step to transformation. Financial stability isn't built overnight. It's built through small, consistent decisions that protect your future. The best time to repair the roof is before it starts raining.